What is up, everybody? Just waiting for a couple more people to come on here live. I want to talk about my number one copywriting tip. And it has nothing to do with using large blue markers on a whiteboard. I got these larger markers and you can see them a lot easier. So a lot of people, coaches, mentors, trainers, they come to me to help them get more sales in their business. That's why people join our coaching programs. That's why they work with us. And usually most of these people have really good training, content, material that they can help people with. Their programs are actually pretty great by themselves. The problem that they struggle with is how do you actually get people that have no clue who they are to buy from them? How do you get 2,000 people who have no idea who you are to purchase a coaching program with you? It has nothing to do with how good the program is, though that is a great thing. I'm not knocking that. I think you should have a great program. I think the better the program, the better for everybody. But how good the program is has almost no basis on how much money you can make or how many people you can bring into it. And that is kind of the big myth that's out there, is if I just have something really good and I just demonstrate value, then people will buy from me. Not so much. What it is it's how you actually express that value. The words that you use to express that value. And it has to, this is the key. And this right here is the difference between most people's failing campaigns and ones that are successful that make 6 and 7 figures, is your ability to express the outcome and result that these 2,000 people, or heck, 200 people, or you know what? Let's not even make it 200. Let's make it 20 people who buy your coaching. Let's shrink that number down to 20 people. What determines your ability to actually get them to buy from you is your ability to express the outcome and result that they will experience in such a way, not that you're telling them what it is, but that they have a physical and emotional sensation and connection with you. That's the part that most people miss. Is what gets people in this market for coaching, training, mentorship, and speaking to take action, to register for a training, to purchase your coaching program, is when the person who it's meant for literally feels it in their gut. They feel it inside of them rising up, this desire to work with you. And that only happens when they fully trust that you, as the coach, as the mentor, as the trainer, as the speaker, can deliver this outcome to them. So let's say that somebody has a dream to be able to be a New York Times best-selling author. The only reason that somebody would buy a coaching program that promises that is because they trust 100% that by purchasing that program, that outcome and dream result will happen to them. They trust the promise that is made. And so here's the problem. This is why it's a copywriting issue, is what it is. It's a copywriting issue with your Facebook ads. It's a copywriting issue with your landing page. Is most coaches, trainers, and mentors that I meet, and I'm talking like from my coaching group, from the ones that I work with, from the ones that I consult that make millions of dollars even, is they are too timid, and you might argue, I'm not timid at all. Okay, I promise you your copy is. They're too timid, and they're tiptoeing around the real issue. They don't want to make too bold of a claim. You ever heard that? You don't want to make too bold of a promise. Too bold of an outcome that now we can't deliver, right? And then their competitors with this is what I see happen all the time. Coaches with incredible programs are afraid to make too bold of a claim as to what people will experience. And then their competitor with a product or coaching program that is not even 1/10 as good as theirs just throws the boldness on it. They're just promise after promise after promise, outcome after outcome after outcome. Guess who wins and loses in that equation? Well, the client loses because they're buying a program that isn't actually delivering on this, of course. But the coach is making a ton of money because they're getting a ton of sales to come in because they are not timid and they are not tiptoeing around making bold promises. Okay? And so the issue that I see here that I think most coaches, mentors, and trainers can solve that will solve their sales issue is to actually start making extremely bold promises. And listen, if only 1 or 2% of your overall clients experience that, great. You're presenting an opportunity for people to experience that. Now, I don't want you going out there and obviously lying and defrauding everybody. We're not talking about doing that. But you're not doing anybody any favors by playing it safe, by not trying to push the envelope too far, by trying to not sound like you're too much. Because there's a million other sharks out there that are literally going to eat your lunch that are willing to make bolder promises for lesser products. And so then the ethical, honest, integrity-filled coaches are left with the scraps. I see this happen all the time. People that have incredible messages, barely getting sales. And then a competitor with a product that isn't even covering 1/10 of what they do, but their sales copy makes a bold promise, is making cash hand over fist. And so why not you? Why not you make these bold promises? And I'll tell you, I told a whole group of people this the other day, is you may have a belief that it's unethical to do so. That it's dishonest to do so. You may have a belief inside of you that tells you it's wrong to do so, while you then continue to struggle and wonder, why can't I seem to get clients? And so ultimately, you may actually have to challenge that limiting belief that defines the very thing that's going to get you clients as wrong or unethical. And I'm not saying that you need to do something that's unethical. We have a weird culture today, this cancel culture stuff that tries to convince people that they have to play it so far away from the line of selling that people who have integrity, that are honest, they get the scraps because they're so afraid of, quote unquote, doing the wrong thing and being judged by other people. And for whatever reason, you got to work that out personally inside of you. I got nothing else to say to that for you. But what's going to make you a lot of money with your sales copy is to start to make bold promises of the outcomes and the results that people are going to get, even in your free stuff. See, a lot of people, they're willing to make those bold promises for their paid programs, but not their free offers, when the free offer is what actually drives people to the paid offer. And so when you can, I see this as an area of growth. When you can grow as an entrepreneur, when you can grow as a business owner to the point where you are willing to make bold promises and you're willing to stop tiptoeing around ever concerning yourself about what other people think about you, and you stop trying to play it safe, so often you'll start to make more money in your business, in your coaching business. And this is what I tell my clients in our accelerator. This is what I tell people on our coaching calls all the time. The reason why coaches, trainers, and mentors, they're not getting quality leads, they're not getting paid clients, is they are afraid to ask the sales question. They're afraid to confidently promise an outcome to people for purchasing their programs or for registering for their free offer. You know, I'll tell you this, in our coaching program, the Client Growth Accelerator, the doors are actually closing to it tomorrow. We have a limited enrollment period. It's the best coaching program for coaches, trainers, and mentors that want to know how to get the maximum amount of sales and make 6 and 7 figures in their coaching business. A lot of our clients call it one of the best kept secrets in the industry. And the reason why is because it's not a huge program. We have about 200 people in it. It's growing every month. We're adding new clients, and it's incredible and it's amazing. But the environment that we have in there is what creates 6-figure and 7-figure coaches. I promise you that. And I stand behind that bold promise. Okay? So if you're wondering if you should join our accelerator, or maybe should you plug into some of our future events or training, do so. Do yourself a favor. Stop sitting around. Stop waiting. Stop wondering when is success going to come my way, and start doing the things that actually people that are successful actually do. And you'd be surprised the results that happen. All right, everybody? We'll talk soon. Have a